Yeah, it's all unraveling. No, it's all unraveling. Listen in case you didn't know, no. It's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no. It's all unraveling. Buckshots and middle fingers up the COVID. It's blood on their hands, so they owe it. Yeah. Only the ones with no faith will take the vaccines. Step to me with it, I'ma make your back lean. We at the end, new Sodom and Gomorrah. Christ about to come and mop the floor up. Walking up in Louis V with your mask on. Check the me's, man, they about to get their blast on. Prophecy, interpretation, Isaiah 55:11, so it ain't no faking. Crack your dough, it's getting close. I'm here to tell you, just in case you didn't know. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no. It's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no. It's all unraveling. Babylon got pregnant with a daughter. She introduced a new world order. She wicked as hell. If you try to feed the homeless, they take you to jail. And for that wicked heart of power, gon' send them to hell. We at the end, you still walking with your J's on. All that turn up getting fly, boy, them days gone. GMOs in our food we can barely eat. A cashless society, prepping for the beast. Moving along to Rex 84 Jade Him, killing the body. If you wicked, you done. If you live your life in sin, that's a no. Straight shot, no chaser, just in case you don't know. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no. It's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no. It's all unraveling. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no. It's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no. It's all unraveling. What they done? Yeah, it's all unraveling. Hey, I would like to welcome you to the podcast. And these are your hosts. Share your show. And la hey yo. Yeah. I survive. And you know me. And Roshan James. You the king.
All right. Today is Monday, March the 1st, 2021, and we would like to welcome you to the It's All Unraveling, Season 1, Episode 4. The handwriting is on the wall. And as you can see, two of our co-hosts are not here today. We would like to also leave them with Godspeed and looking forward to having them with us next week. That's life. That's how life is. But we are going to do what we can to make sure that these shows get out weekly. And with that being said, Oxafai, Shalom, brother, Shalom.
Shalom, Maya.
All right, man. So we got a good one today, and there's no reason for us to delay any longer. Let's get right to it, man.
Jump to
Episode 4, the handwriting is on the
it.
wall. Unity and inclusiveness, right? It is a practice that is found nowhere in the word. In fact, Abraham's first instructions was to separate from his father and his kindred and native land because the customs of the people was to do as thou wilt. So if the leaders and policymakers of America were serious about making this place great, the practice and ideology of unity and inclusiveness would be thrown in the trash. The Bible clearly defines sin, the transgression of the law. And that's not talking about the law of the land. American policies, they blur the land so much that people have no idea of what's good and what's evil. And when those that know the difference raise a voice of opposition, they are called bullies, homophobes, and racists. Being brutally honest here, there's no saving this place. The handwriting is all on the wall. America is unraveling, and if you don't see it, it's because of one or two reasons. You are part of the problem, or you may not know that you are in the matrix. Topping our first list of today's show is an article. And here is the article. and bring it up. All right.
Mm.
Let your child be as they feel without pushback. BuzzFeed article from January the 30th, 2021. It says 21 children books about gender identity and gender expression that should be on every kid's bookshelf. Kids deserve to be authentically themselves at all times. What exactly does that mean?
Hmm.
Are you an unfit parent if you teach your son that it's not okay to think of himself as a girl, or your daughter that it's not okay to think of herself as a boy? How could this be looked at as any other way than an agenda? This behavior is being pushed in every child's television show and just about every television commercial. Schools are making this abnormal normal by making it a part of their curriculum. And the very fact that BuzzFeed felt comfortable with publishing such an article is proof that the handwriting is on the wall. 20 years ago, Safa, this is a taboo subject. These people keep to themselves, which they should. But today, they are bullying this toxic behavior into the lives of everyone. Morality has been hijacked. And if you are one that push back against it, they tell us that we are a problem. Parents are going to buy this book, Safa,
Yeah.
and they're going to do so believing that they're doing a righteous deed. So the question that I'm asking, turning it over to you, and brother, you by yourself today.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
so the question,
I'm with my brothers. Yeah.
so the question I'm going to ask you is, what spell have the people been put under that these types of articles, TV programming, and education is no longer a problem, but instead they're welcome? Talk to me, brother.
Oh Lord have mercy. The very fact that they're saying 21 at the least. And then I found another article, but it has the adult books about gender identity. But I want to touch on this because this is the babies. They started home with the kids first. They had the men dress up as women and going and reading books in libraries. They have slowly made their way in here. It always been like that, like you said, bullies. Well, we could take it back to the days of Lot when they was bullying Lot on that door. Lot offered his virgin daughters. They said, "No, nah, we know what we want." They have no, but we the bullies if we push back. We the bullies if we say, "Nah, that's not normal." We the ones wrong for not allowing our kids to even go to that section of it. It's sad to the point to now where you see something beautiful as a rainbow and it makes you disgusted. It's very sad where the rainbow is supposed to be a covenant to everyone. But now, nah, it's totally miscrewed and they took over. They bullied the rainbow. They bullied the rainbow up. They
They
took
have
over.
they have bullied just about everything that we can think of, and it's very sad. I think the saddest thing about it is that you cannot have any opposition or no pushback towards it. They would tell you in the school districts that you are exemplifying child abuse if you do not accept your son or your daughter in a gender that they accept themselves in, right? They have programs in where these children can go to and they can do just about whatever it is that they want to without their parents' consent. This is the time that we're living in. So, as
Right.
the title says, that the handwriting is on the wall, these are the things that the normal people are not looking at. People are looking at the world, and as I said in the very first episode of the series, that people are really believing that things are going to get back to normal.
Mm.
Normality is gone. Normality has been gone. You have TV shows that come on all day, brother, that promotes this type of behavior. Now we talking about 21 children books here, okay? 21 children books here. Identify gender expression that should be on every kid's bookshelf. Do you understand that language?
Yeah.
That
Every
should
kid,
be on every kid's bookshelf.
that means
Well,
that not only at the library or at school. If you have a bookshelf at home, your kid need to have one of them 21 books on it.
exactly, because this is a part of the education of this world that we live in. And this is what they're saying, that if you are not educating your child about gender identity, then you are pretty much an unfit an unfit parent. You see what I'm saying? Um, because they got the laws set up to protect them, right? They
Right.
have the laws set up to protect them. Um, you can't talk about them on the job, or you may get, fired, right?
Yeah.
Everything, and this is the thing, okay? And you and I talk about this a lot. In all reality, and I'm gonna use the word that they have coined for us, thanks to Jesse Jackson. As African Americans, we should be very upset with this rhetoric that is going on around us. And the reason I say that is because there was no LGBTQ having to sit at the back of a bus in 1950. There was no LGBTQ that was not allowed to eat inside of restaurants back in the 1950s and 60s. There was no black restroom, white restroom, and then an LGBTQ restroom back in the 1950s and 1960s. So the struggles that our people went through, that we can have a sense of a humane life in this world, they living off the back of that.
Yeah.
And that should really piss us off. But instead of it pissing us off, as you're going to see as we go deeper into the show with the other articles that we have, right?
Hmm.
Want to see, instead of it pissing us off, we are accepting this madness, bro.
Yeah. I mean that thanks to your boy Obama, Mr. Berry, he allowed a lot of things to happen in our community because we was once a strong community and pushed back on it. But as soon as they put somebody in office that we can identify ourselves with, well, he's saying this and he said it's okay. We need to accept this and we should accept that. Slowly start bringing in laws to bring them in. We start going with it. Now it's extra cool because when we touch something and get involved, it becomes cool and a trend.
Mm-hmm.
When the Gentiles was just dealing with the sodomite ways, you know, they had it. You know, we had our own thing going, but once it bled and became unity as they've been wanting to happen, now they got the choices like you just named off. You know, this bathroom, that bathroom. Thanks to Obama,
Yeah,
thanks to Obama, that's a cool thing. Now all of us want to be it.
everybody. You dig what I'm saying? And that's exactly what they have done in this time that we live in. They have made the lifestyle of homosexuality a cool thing, man. They
Yeah,
have they have made it to a point, bro. My daughter plays basketball, and I may get in trouble for saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
yeah,
There's there are some young ladies on some of these teams, man, and I tell my family all the time, man. Say if that joker there was my daughter, man, that joker be sleeping in the garage. You have you you have young ladies, man, that's out here, dude, that look more manly than the man.
yep,
It's hard for you to tell the difference between the two of them. And as a parent, man, to me, that should be a problem, right? Like, okay, BuzzFeed, you telling me that these are 21 children books about gender identity and gender expression that should be on every child's bookshelf. Well, to me, that's child abuse.
Oh yeah.
Why is this not talked about as child abuse? Why is this accepted? You push back and you censor everything else, right? But the things that need to be censored, you're not censoring, but instead you're pushing them out in the forefront. And you forcing it down the throats of people. We got about 3 more minutes on this, brother. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just want you to scroll down and show a couple of them titles, man. Yeah, some.
Julian is a mermaid. Look at that boy. Julian, the little boy. And look at the color. You see? I mean, and this is the thing that really upsets me the most. That when it comes to this LGBTQT, and I never say it right, the alphabet people, it's always synonymous with us as a people.
We
Al-
make it. We make it cool.
Always synonymous with us as a people. Jack, not Jackie. Little girl would rather be called Jack and not Jackie. This is a book. You want to do away, and I'm finna here. I'm finna say this. We're gonna segue into our music break. You want to do away with teaching Black history in this nation.
Hmm.
You have created books that said that the slaves here was not really slaves. They just came here to help farm the land. Like for real, these books were for real put out.
This name train, they erased it.
Right. That it has been done away with, right?
Hmm.
So you want to take away real history, real education, and you want to replace it with this type of education. Jack, not Jackie. Julian is the mermaid. If you can't see that this place is about to burn, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it some more. But this place is about to get tore off the bone. And if you are a part of anything that has to do with this place, I don't know no other way to tell you. Whatever this place gonna get, you're gonna get it too. That's why
They,
this tells us to come out of her, my people. Go ahead, brother.
I said, and they deserve it.
Eh, Exactly. Exactly. We fixed to go into our music break, and we're gonna come right back with another article we're gonna talk about as we talk about handwriting is on the wall because the handwriting is on the wall. Here we go. Hmm.
If you know Ohio, it's a surprise. If you know Ohio, why is it rising? Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. I've never been so surprised before. All the power to the most powerful. Created everything so beautiful. He created us sitting on the throne. He made me. He made me. So I gotta praise him. I gotta praise him. He's so amazing. He's so amazing. No other guy can compete. Gotta be ready, so complete. Made you as great as he made me. So why you still in your seat, baby? If you know Ohio, it's so surprising. If you know Ohio, why you rising? Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up. You always been great from the start. Said let there be light, dividing light from the dark. It's more than denying who you are. And you even made the stars. And the waters and called the seas. Created every living creature you see. Give you glory and honor, you're mighty. Thank you for all the gifts we receive. Ecclesiastes 3 and 4. It's the time to weep, but time to laugh and more. Can't forget the most important. It's the time to hit the dance floor. Oh, you need to get up and get up higher. It's so surprising. You get up higher. The way you rising.
All right, all right, all
Love the song, man.
right, man. That is by far one of my favorite songs. Like for
Favorite video. Did you see that? That was man and woman dancing together.
exactly, exactly the way that it was supposed to be, right? Supposed to be. Hey, he got a line in there. I just really paid attention to it. He could say, "If you love a higher," then he broke down. He said he created everything that you see. And I
Yeah.
know it sounds so simple, but bro, that goes hand in hand with the show that we're talking about right now. Because if you truly believe that a higher created everything that you see, then you have to believe in his law. And
Yeah.
every nation, as we talked about before the show started, every nation failed. Every nation it failed. Egypt, Babylon, Medes, Persia, Greece, Rome. Every nation that failed because they was blatantly disregarding the law of the Most High. And now we seeing that same exact thing today. And what's scary is that it's so acceptable in today's time. You know what I'm saying? And so there's no getting around it. No getting around it, man. I don't care how many people say that we have to include. I'm gonna go with what the word of the Most High says, Oxify. That's the only thing that I can go with, bro. I'm gonna go with what the word of the Most High say.
All right, come.
Let's get into our next article, man. You got anything to say before we go into our next article?
I just wanted to read a law, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, brother.
Deuteronomy 23 and 17.
Hmm.
There no there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Con, con, con.
So
Exactly.
it goes hand in hand with what we discussed.
And that's what the law say, right?
It's been allowed to Deuteronomy.
That's what the law say. That's what the law say. So human rights. No, hold up here. We having some issues. Yeah, we having some issues.
But why you got the issue? I just want to make this clear that we're not bashing on those who are trying to come out of it or struggling with it or that has been there and knowing that it's wrong and trying to repent. We talking about the ones who just don't give a damn. Here.
Exactly. 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 Hold on. I can't find my article now, man.
It's never happened when it be all four of us, man. It's always when it's me and you.
I know, right? Is that on the screen?
No, you still got the polo coat. Now it's on there now.
It's on there now.
Human rights campaign urges black church
All right.
acceptance via video.
Yeah, that video is something else too, right?
You know what? I read it, but I ain't look at the video.
Yeah, you get some time. You get some time. Go check that video out. Segueing into this human rights campaign urges black church LGBTQ acceptance via video. It's a video to this article as well. And this is an article that can be found in the religious news service, right?
Mm.
And this is one of the things too I tell people all the time. I don't subscribe to religion. And this is one of the reasons why. The word of the Most High has nothing to do with religion. And this is the type of stuff that religion accept, which clearly goes against what the word of the Most High has to say. The reason of this show is to get those who have a ear and those who have eyes to see to understand the level of deceit that this world has put us in, and that is really just one big pitfall. It's a trap. And if we don't find a way to escape it, we're going to get everything that this place is going to get. There is a big woe on America now. A big woe. America has been weighed in the balances, and they are found wanting. The handwriting is on the wall.
Mm.
First Corinthians chapter 6 and 9. This is Paul. This is the guy who Christians love as well. He says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revelers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God." So if what Paul says is true, why is there a campaign for black churches to accept the LGBTQ? What exactly can the church do for these people? They have clearly made up in their mind to go against the word of the Most High. And that's what Brother Oxafar was saying a while ago. It's not that we're bashing anybody here, okay? We're talking about the bullies and those who have said to themselves, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to live, and so be it, right?
Mm. Huh.
So here we go again, having a choice, having to choose between what we know is right and what we're being told is right. None of us that have children would allow our children to continue to stay in our house, reap our benefits from us if they are blatantly disobedient. We're going to put that butt up out the house.
Yes.
So why is it so strange for us to believe that America is about to be destroyed when every man and woman lives according to their own rules? How fitting it was that Oxford read Deuteronomy 23:17. There should be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. And these are the two things that are exploited the most among our people. Our young women are whores, and our young men are sodomites. And not only are we seeing this, we are not crying and sighing at it. Instead, we are glorifying it. Buying up the Megan Thee Stallion album, buying up the Lil Nas X albums, instead of, as the word says, not suffering these type of people to live. What you got?
Yeah. Two points, man. Yeah, because you threw me off with saying them albums, man, especially the Nasty Nas X. Uh, Exodus 20 says, "Honor thy mother and thy father. Honor thy mother and thy father, so thy days will be long." Best way you can honor the mother and father, one good way is to marry. Same thing that's going on in your house. You honor that by bringing more life into the house. I'll shoot you show, hey, you honor me. You want to get a man just like me. You want to get a woman just like your mom. You honoring us. Not sitting here going with the same thing that you got, dishonoring the house, because you're not coming in here with it. And second thing, the Bible also says, mark those that offend you and avoid them. But the church is sitting here letting us or wanting us to communicate, congregate, and go to their same-sex marriages and all that. when once upon a time the black churches once again was not dealing with none of that.
Exactly, man. It goes back to what I was saying earlier that there used to be a time when these type of activities were taboo. And this is another reason why you should know that the handwritings are on the wall because these demons are not even shy anymore.
No, man.
They don't have to hide anymore. They used to hide. There's no reason for them to hide anymore. Even Little Richard used to be on stage with a wig and full of makeup on, right? Everybody knew that Little Richard was queer, but Little Richard still talked to you as a man. Why? Because that type of a lifestyle was so taboo back then.
Yeah, he explained that too. You know the story behind that?
Yes, I do.
And
Yes,
man, they used him.
exactly. They did. You know, but so here we are, man, and this is the thing with religion. Christians, they have been taught love so much, right? They've been taught love so much that they forget that the scriptures say, "Woe unto them they call good evil and evil good." This homosexual spirit that is running rampant in this world is evil, and they are pulling campaigns, Oxfam, that the church will accept them the way that they are.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, look, bro, now I don't subscribe to no church. I don't subscribe to no religion. I have no pastor, no elder, none of that there over
Right.
me. Okay. I live my life according to the word of the Most High, right? This is how I live my life. He got laws in there that should govern all of our lives, right? His laws supersede the laws of the land, right? But if you are one that believes that the church is the place where you're supposed to go to get yourself right with your God, and that this is the place that you need to go to because you believing that you're gonna go to heaven, how in the hell do you believe that the pastor should accept the LGBTQ up in there and say that it's all right because we're all one person? Something is not right with your doctrine. Just think about that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Look at this guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
church, man, the church is it's being filled. I remember being young all the way back to James Cleveland. Was the first gay person I knew. Then all of a sudden it was more and more directors, choir directors, organ players, now it's just full blown everybody. And it should be very offensive to women that men want to be like them and vice versa. I'd be offended. I'd be at work all day saying that type of stuff, man. And it's very offensive to me. I know I could play the game in the field since I'm at the job, but outside this job, I'm not supposed to talk to you. You want
Mm-hmm.
me, bro, and you assist.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
Exactly. Exactly. You see what it say right here that black LGBTQ people of faith
I'm
have
fake.
always been an integral part of the black church movement. How? I mean, I could take you to the first church in the scriptures, and I can show you what the Most High did to the Sodomites. He clearly says in Deuteronomy 23, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So how is it? Explain it to me. That's all I need is an explanation of how is the black LGBTQ people of faith, of what faith, first of all, what God are you serving, second of all, and what churches are you a part of, third?
Faith has always been integral part of the
Mhm.
black church movement. Work. I don't. I grew up in church. I ain't never. They ain't never not once said in there. No. Although it says man and woman, female, male, he made them. Forget about it. Let's all just join hands. We all one. I done seen people die of AIDS in church.
Mhm.
I done
Mhm.
seen that plenty of times.
Con.
People sort of shock us who died and be like, we didn't know he was gay.
Con. And see, and this goes back to Psalms 83, though, right? And,
Mm-hmm.
and it has to be explained that again, the hidden ones of the Most High, to cut them off as a nation. You read, is it 2 Kings? No, 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 no. Jeremiah chapter 37. Jeremiah chapter 37. If you was to read Jeremiah chapter 37, you will see that this is the time that Job 9 and 24 took place. The Most High said in Jeremiah chapter 37, I believe it's 37, he said that I created the heavens and the earth, and I give it to whomever I will to give it to. And he said, I'm giving it to Nebuchadnezzar right now. Every king in the earth is going to bow down to Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
Now, Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon. What comes out of Babylon? All false religions, which meant that every kingdom that came after Nebuchadnezzar, they did not do away with the false religions that Nebuchadnezzar had put in the land. They just added to it. So you
Yeah.
had your Babylonian religion. Then you had your Medes on top of your Babylonian religion. You had your Persians on top of your Medes and Babylonian religion. You had your Grecian on top of your Persians and Medes and Babylonian religion. Then you had your Roman. And what do you think Christianity is?
you
Go look at the root of it.
you can just easily Wikipedia in there and start off Greek on Roman.
Go look at the root of it.
Yep.
This is the strong delusions that we have been served, and we are serving a God that we do not know who we are serving. And because of that, they can put this foul food on our plates and we eat it and we think that we are doing right.
Mm. As long as you say Jesus forgive me, I know you died on the cross. And
Con,
everybody make it.
con. Not realizing that it's gonna be so many that's gonna come and be like, Lord, Lord, and they gonna hear from him, depart from me,
You workers of iniquity.
workers of iniquity.
And iniquity is what? Lawlessness. You done fall off. You out of there.
I never turned the LGBTQ away. I loved them all. Well, that was the problem, son.
Mm.
That was the problem. Because my law says there should be no whores of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. And this is the reason why they want to take the Bible and the true Bible people out of here, because we are the ones that's pulling this stuff up to the carpet, man.
Yeah.
If it was left up to the churches, bro,
They,
man, they already got gay pastors.
yeah. Molested. Sodom and Gomorrah is in there. You got homosexuality and pedophilia.
Exactly. So the people who is talking the truth, these are the ones that is being silenced. These are the ones that's being what's censored.
Yeah.
For just like in the days of Jeremiah. Just like in the days of Jeremiah. King Zedekiah put Jeremiah in a dungeon. All
Yeah.
because Jeremiah came to him and told him what thus says Ahijah.
And it offended him.
Because it offended him.
Offended. Yeah.
Because he didn't want to see his kingdom being ruined, just like today. I was explaining this to the family the other day, man. The thing with Jerusalem at this time is that at that particular time, Jerusalem was beautiful. Her walls were strong. The sanctuary was beautiful. They had a big choir that had been going on since the time of David. And so who are you that's coming here talking about Jeremiah, that Nebuchadnezzar finna come burn all of this down? No, he not. We good. And guess what King Zedekiah had? He had his own preachers like Joel Osteen's and T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollars and Tony Evans that was telling him that, man, Jeremiah lying. Lord didn't say that. We gonna be good. See? And that's the same thing happening right now, bro.
And Jeremiah called out the pastors.
Jeremiah
And
called out the pastors.
them jokers out, and you can read those scriptures, Jeremiah, when he called out the brutish pastors. They have stomped my vineyard. They cast away my law. Get away from her. Prophesy to a smooth. All that. And Jeremiah and Ezekiel, you can match it up with the pastors today. Match up
Same,
exactly. Read them. And
same
they looking at
thing.
today.
Just like Paul said, one of the first words out of Paul's mouth was, be not deceived.
Mm-hmm.
These pastors are deceiving you. And what a lot of people don't know is that these pastors are on the government payroll. 501c3. I said it slow so you can go look it up for yourself.
Yep.
501c3. So they can't talk against the agenda. Because if they talk against the agenda, the government is going to hit them in their pockets. Religion is a business. It's not about saving souls. It's a business. Guess what, brother?
What's going on?
I think we got time for another song. I thought we would have.
Yeah. Let's go.
I thought we would have. Let me see if I can find it. Yup, I got it. I got it. We got time for another song, and we're going to come back. We got another article that is not a surprise. The Handwriting is on the Wall, Season 1 of Truth Be Told Flex Podcast. And we'll be right back after this in Yarika.
I remember that day I was dipped in that water. Prior to that, my life was full of horror. No, I'm not proud of what I used to do, but I had to go through it to find out the truth. That old me was wicked in so many ways. I never thought I'd find a way to escape. At age 22, I started to change. All of my friends thought I was insane, but nah, that was the most. I just called it my spirit. I happened to hear it. No lie, I was tearing because of the lies I've been told. This world is so cold, man. You just don't know that knowledge. I was itching to get it. I prayed to a higher for a new beginning. So I hit my fam and I told them, come get me and dip me in water. My sins, I destroyed them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we gather here today in the name of the Father Ahia and his son Yeshaya and the Holy Spirit. Ruach. We're about to baptize Brother Thomas. Are you ready? Amen. Into the water we go. Come on, let me go. Wash away all the old sins. Into the water we go. Come on, let me go. Ain't nobody gonna make it in the water in the spirit. What if I never woke up? I would probably be out in the streets, chasing these women, up to no good, trying to lay up in somebody's sheets. For real, I want to get into the kingdom, so I understood I had to leave all that alone. The minute I set up arrangements for my baptism, my heart set and say for its own. I decided to be on the side of a higher. Righteousness is what I always desired. I promised myself I would never turn back, so I try every day not to think of my past. I came a long way and I'm not giving up. Demons attacking, they not letting up, but a higher is dwelling inside of me, bro. I'm in love with this law. I can't get enough. Call Yadala. Ahaya Asha Ahaya Bahashim Yeshaya. Wakodash Rewa. Shemaya Sha'ala Ahaya Alahaya Nawa Ahaya Akai.
All right, all right. Once again, brother, you done gave me another one. I hadn't heard that one either, man.
Oh man, that's I was jamming it while I was playing.
That
That's my jam, man.
yeah, I like that, man. That's a lot calmer too for in Yarika. You know, in Yarika normally be hype, man. Say he was mellowed out on that one, man. Real mellowed out on that one. I like that. Um, let's get into this next article, man.
Okay.
Americans identifying as LGBTQ. Now, before I get into before I go into the transition, I just want you to look at that. What it says. It says Americans identifying as LGBTQ. Right? How is it? How is it that you or anybody else is going to believe that this place is going to survive? The
Mm.
problem is this, brother. Well, let me go here right quick. One Maccabees. I'm going to show you that what Solomon said. Solomon said that there is nothing new under the sun, right? Ain't that what he said? That
Mhm.
what has been is, and that what is has been, right?
Right.
A little bit of history here. Alexander the Greek, whom the world called Alexander the Great, gave modern kingdoms the blueprint on how to deal with us as a people and also how to keep the world in hostage. If you want to go and read some real history and go see how they know what it is that they know and why they do what they do, they're not doing anything different. The same thing that they're doing now is the same thing that they was doing all of those hundreds and thousands of years ago when the Greeks and the Romans first came into power. First Maccabees chapter 141. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to the whole kingdom that all should be one people. Don't that sound familiar? All should be one people. Inclusiveness, right?
Yeah.
And everyone should leave his law. Whatever it is that you was believing before, don't worry about that. Because we about to substitute that law. We about to give you something new. We about to give you something better.
Yeah.
So all the heathens agreed according to the commandments of the king. Yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbaths. For the king had sent letters by messengers to Jerusalem and to the cities of Judea that they should follow the strange laws of the land. Out of all of these articles that we have been talking about so far,
Right.
by now people should understand that the LGBTQ movement are strange laws of the land because people don't really read their word the way that they should. They rely on pastor to give them their word, right? And to preach to them. And on Wednesday night, prayer meeting and stuff, right? People don't just take their word and study it for themselves. They don't know what the true laws are. You dig what I'm saying? They just know what the laws of the land are, not understanding that these are strange laws of the land. And because no one is willing to oppose the king laws, this article right here is it's no surprise to me. Americans are identifying as LGBTQ more than ever. With that being said, I asked the question, if this don't prove that the handwriting is on the wall, what does?
That joke said pose. Pose, man. So they out there doing a survey with it.
They proud of this, brother.
They proud of this. But before we get into let me read some because you said something.
We got 10 minutes too. Go ahead, brother.
This Jubilees 16:6.
Mm-hmm.
In like manner, God will execute judgment on the places where they have done according to the uncleanness of the Sodomites like unto the judgment of Sodom. But let's precept that with Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brother. No, not that one. Romans 1 and 22. Who knowing the judgment of God, they that which commit such things are worthy of death, not only to the same, but have pleasure in doing them. Go ahead, that right there, them too.
What
That's anti-hand is on the handwriting on the wall.
what Christians don't realize, brother, is what you just read is Paul said that they are worthy of death.
Mm-hmm.
They are worthy of death. In that same scripture, right, in Romans 1, it tells you that they gave up the natural order of man and woman.
Right above it.
Read that for me if you don't mind. I don't have my word in front of me right now.
Romans 1, starting at 26. For this cause, God gave them up to a vile affection. For even the woman did change the natural use into which is against nature. And likewise, also the men leaving the natural use of the woman, burnt in their lust one towards another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of the error which was met.
That what is nature. Nature is that what is right, that what is correct. So there is no president, no law writer, no preacher in earth today can tell me that when two men come together as a man and a woman, or when women come together as a man and a woman, that is right, and I need to accept it. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you right here, Safa. I hate what the Most High hate, and I
Mm-hmm.
love what He loves.
Yep.
Those are spirits. Paul tells us in Ephesians that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So what am I saying? I'm not mad at the individual himself. I'm mad at that wicked spirit that he got. Well, I almost cuss right now. I'm mad at that wicked spirit that he is allowing to rule him. That's what I'm mad at. That
Wow.
wicked spirit that is taking over the world, that is taking over our children, man.
This poll itself, I'm listening, but this poll that they talking about, 54.6 identifies bisexual, which is still gay because you're still dealing with the same sex. 24.5% gay. 11.7 lesbians, that's still gay. 11.3 transgender, that's still homosexuality. 3.3 said they use the other term to describe their identity, queer, same gender loving. So that's like, what's that new one that they got out, man, where it don't matter what you are, what Janelle Monet is now. It don't matter what you are, I'm still gonna just be with you.
What you
You
talking? I know exactly what you're talking about. We were just talking about that the other day. My kids know all of that stuff, man.
come on, too.
And it's crazy, man. Why is it that our children know this, bruh?
I'm not teaching it.
You see what I'm saying? Why is it that our children know this? I remember at the age of what my kids are, maybe a little younger. I was listening to Two Live Crew, right? There
Mm-hmm.
was stuff in Two Live Crew song I knew I shouldn't have been listening to, but there was stuff in this song that I didn't even know what he was talking about.
Yeah,
And now these kids know all of this stuff, man. Why? Because they're being educated into this. Now,
right.
numbers that you just read, it's important to point out as well that if these numbers are true and they continue to go the way that they're going, we, which are heterosexual people, we gonna be abnormal.
Yeah, yeah. They already gave us our normal category, what they call cis gender.
They call us cis. Now, I refuse to
I
use.
good. That's why I keep bringing it up. But yeah, you hate that word. I hate the word. It don't make sense to me.
You just gonna call me a cisgender? No, I'm a heterosexual male. That's what I am.
That sounds so strong saying that, but cis don't.
No, sis sound like sis.
Yeah, there's the red flag right there.
LGBTQS. Sissies. Right?
See?
That's how I look at that, man.
Oh man, this show just got
Then
flat.
you got organizations like GLAD. This is why
Mm,
you can't watch TV, you can't watch movies now, right?
mm.
They attack our children. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give 2 minutes and then I'm gonna turn it over to you for the last three, bro. They attack our children in a way that I'm 47, so I'm sitting up watching this, and I'm a grumpy 47 too. I'm just not your regular 40. I'm a grumpy 47, right? Up and I watch this stuff and I get mad and I talk about it, right? And my kids be like, well, they don't anymore because I done explained it to them a million times. They either understand or they don't want to hear it from me, or one of the two. Dad, you a homophobe. I'm not a homophobe. I just get tired of that stuff being in my house, uninvited. Every time I turn on, I'm paying for this TV. And every time I watch something, you got these homosexuals on here.
Homophobe.
Homosexual. TV shows, homosexual. Game shows, homosexual. Everything, homosexual. I get sick of it, bro. The handwriting is on.
Yeah, they got their own channel on Pluto, man. Which they got their own channel, but push everything towards that way,
Mhm.
please. And this is what Romans 16:17 say. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause divisions and offense contrary to the doctrine which ye have learned, and avoid them. I'm not homophobic. That means you scared. I ain't scared of a homo. I
Man,
know what to say.
me and my daughter be going round and round with that. Damn, you a homophobic. No, I'm not scared of them. I don't
Some
like them. No,
the scripture,
it's a
the
difference. I'm not scared of them, right? And the scripture cleared it out. This is the thing with the if you stayed around this show to this point, this is the thing about this show. Either you believe the word or you don't. That's the whole point of this show. I'm not telling you to dislike homosexuals.
nah.
I'm not telling you none of that. All I'm doing is telling you what the word says and how it lines up to what the world is saying. Revelation says, come out of her, my people. Babylon
Mm.
is falling. It is falling. And if you don't see that Babylon is falling, aka America, is like I said at the beginning of the show, that's because one or two reasons. You're either part of the problem or or you don't realize that you're stuck in the matrix. This is Shia Yeshub Judah. Sit next to my boy Oxafai. Next week, hopefully, we'll have the whole crew back together. And it's been good, man.
Yeah,
Episode 4 was
it,
good.
it's good. I enjoyed it. We needed to dedicate some of them so they can feel like we do love them. Shout out to the Sodomites. We spiritual Egypt in Sodom where we live at now.
Exactly, exactly. As always, we gonna end out with the song. It's been good. We'll see you at the same place, same time next week. Shalom, Israel. And for those of you who don't know that you are Judah, according to the words of the Most High, stick around and you shall learn.
Subscribe, leave comments, whether with us or not with us. Subscribe, ring the bell, do everything that we need to do to
Thank you,
help.
because I sure be forgetting. Please subscribe, 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 ring the bell, hit the like button, even the dislike button. It's fine with me. But and also push this here, man. Push this here. Here we go.
Yeah, yeah. It's all unraveling. Nah, yeah. It's all unraveling. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no, it's on Unraveling. Buckshots and middle fingers up to COVID. It's blood on their hands, so they owe it. Only the ones with no faith that take the vaccines. Step to me with it, I'ma make your back lean. We at the end, new Sodom and Gomorrah. Christ about to come and mop the floor up. Walking up in Louis V with your mask on. Check the me's, man, they bout to get their blast on. Prophecy, interpretation, Isaiah 55:11, so it ain't no faking. Crack your dough, it's getting close. I'm here to tell you, just in case you didn't know. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no, it's on Unraveling. Babylon got pregnant with a daughter. She introduced a new world order. She wicked as hell. If you try to feed the homeless, they take you to jail. And for that wicked heart of power, gon' send them to hell. We at the end, you still walking with your J's on. All that turn up getting fly, boy, them days gone. GMOs in our food we can barely eat. A cashless society, prepping for the beast. Moving along to Rex 84, Jade him, killing the body. If you wicked, you done. If you live your life in sin, that's a no, straight shot, no chaser, just in case you don't know. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no, it's on Unraveling. Listen, man, in case you didn't know, no, it's almost getting close. In case you didn't know, no, it's on Unraveling. What they done? Yeah. It's all Unraveling. Hey, I would like to welcome you to the podcast.